So I recently got an EinScan HX2 and wanted to make a holder for it to go on the trolley. I posted on the EinScan user forum if anyone had a scan, and this guy, Gus, the next day scanned his EinScan for me. I'm not sure what he scanned it with because it's a really good scanner. He kindly gave me the scan for free. He seems to be a kind of guy that does a lot of 3D scanning. He's a fellow kind of scanning professional. So he creates a lot of content. So if you want to follow him, you can find him here. He's always scanning stuff and putting it online. Yeah, great guy. This is his business, 3D Technology. So thanks a lot, Gus. And in the spirit of Gus, if anyone wants this mesh, just let me know and I'll let you have it. So first of all, I reduced the mesh and split it where I want my handle to start. Cap the split and then do a shrink wrap with a 0.5mm offset, and then another shrink wrap with a larger offset. That creates the kind of inner and outer shell of my case. Next, I need to trim the inner shell from the outer shell. So to do that, I just slice the bottom of the outer shell, as you'll see in a second, and I have to cap it. So I draw that line and I move the line up, trim the bottom of that mesh, cap it, and then do a mesh Boolean difference of the green mesh from the red mesh, which leaves me that hollow shell, which is 0.5 of a mil bigger. Next, I cut the top off, again making just a box and using a mesh Boolean. Now I'm going to create the handle slot where you can place it in. So again, that's just a mesh Boolean difference. So that looks about right. We'll test that a bit later. Next, I want to draw a line around here. Often when I draw a line, it kind of snaps to the wrong vertex, so I sometimes draw points first for a tricky area like this. I'm just drawing some points around here. And now I draw a line, just snapping to the points only to make my life easy. Then extend the edges using extend dynamic. Now use closed curve, and I noticed it was non-planar, so I had to use a 3-point C-plane alignment and then project to C-plane to make it planar. Make a planar surface and then move it in a bit, push it through, and again another mesh Boolean difference. That worked better that time. Okay, delete all those lines and points. Cell curve delete, cell point delete, and that's starting to look pretty good. Okay, so now just doing a bit of an analysis to see how it fits, and it appeared to fit reasonably well, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I moved it halfway up and I took some sections using the section command and then zoomed in on them, and I could see that I needed a bit more of a gap. So I went back and recreated the rectangle that I used to cut the handle, made it a bit wider, and I put a bit of a fillet on it where it intersects with the existing mesh. Again, use a mesh Boolean difference. Now that's going to make the sides a bit sharp, so I cut the sides again with a mesh Boolean difference to give it a bit more of a flat edge on the back so it's not too thin when it prints. Okay, now I've extruded like a bit of a side bar from it, which is what I did for my one, and then I put a fitting on it that matched the extrusion. Oh, okay, so that's a mesh intersect, and then I rebuild the line isolate the line, rebuild it, and then use it as a wire cut to cut that poly surface, extend the ends, wire cut, then that's a mesh boolean, and you can see where I've written that text there is where your attachment can go. I just wanted to move it down, so I went Control Z and redid it. Okay, so that's about it. Finally, I set up this animation, see how it looks, and it was fine. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for your attention. And like I said, if you want this model, let me know, or I'll post it somehow in the description.